Kent, Ohio. You're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hey there. Hey, I own a company that provides health care, and I have a contract with a local hospital. And I think some of the points you're making are just a little bit too off the mark.
Like how so?
Listen, right now in America...
No. Don't tell me a story. Tell me where I'm wrong.
You are wrong because in this country we have tons and tons of people who are accessing health care right now, and we are already paying for them.
Because the government forces medical providers to take people who can't pay.
That's exactly right. But the trouble is, what do we do about those people else otherwise? What do we do with
What do you mean, what do we do? Where is it in the purview of the federal government in the United States Constitution to do anything here?
But where's the humanity then? That's
well,
my question.
okay. The government doesn't make us more human, sir. The government isn't here to make us be more human. It is not here to install or instill our humanity. Government does not do that.
But this is America.
But this is America. So that's fine. But the federal government is not empowered to make us more human. You're giving me two choices here: central planning or nihilism. I either accept the federal government or everybody's going to die in the streets.
So that's what you're telling me.
No, that's what you're telling me.
It's a question of what is right for the most people. And
at the expense of whom, sir? At the expense of whom?
Everyone's expense. And we are already all paying.
But what do you mean? Wait, no, hold on a second, sir. If you can't stop people from making more babies and bringing more people into it's not like we're in a locked room with an injured person and we're all working to save that person. There's an explosion of poverty in this country because poor people keep overrunning the system with more people. And we're importing people, and we're opening our borders, sir. We can't keep up with this anymore.
Those are completely separate issues.
No, they're not separate issues, sir. If you've got two people on Medicaid and they're making 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children they can't afford, everybody else is paying for them along with their own children.
Right, and I agree with that. And what I'm saying is I totally agree with that point. The trouble is, though, that many conservatives are against abortion, for example. They're against all sort of programs to help people out. Now,
well, because again, that's the nature of personal responsibility, sir. If you're going to engage in the behavior of making babies, then you're responsible for those babies. If you can't handle that, stay off the playing field.
What I'm saying to you is that I agree with that, but the trouble is that that's not reality. We're talking about
the new reality is that the government's going to put a gun in the face of the people who are responsible, who work hard, who do the right thing, and say you're always going to be in debt to the people over there that we tell you you're in debt to by the threat of the gun.
The trouble is, though, that
you're not even answering this. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
I know what you're talking about, but you're not dealing with the reality of when sick people come in the door. What are we supposed to do?
Put them on a payment plan? Find out what they can afford?
And many hospitals do that. But the trouble is, though, that people that are paying, let's say that we call them cash payers, for example, they are paying exorbitant rates compared to Joe Blow who's on insurance. And now,
because of the government that forces the hospitals to take the loss and then roll it into the cost of people who do pay, whether out of cash or with insurance.
Right, but we're all paying already. That's my point. We're paying for poor people already.
Sir, the United Kingdom has the lowest cancer survival rates, but they have the supposedly most just health care system. How does that work?
I would say that it has more to do with, in that case, in the UK, with people deciding to end their care sooner because there may be...
No, that's not how the ranking went, sir. It went by how many people are still alive after diagnosis. The government bureaucrats are standing in the way.
I would be willing to bet, if you looked at that study, that it says something to the effect that people are they're making end-of-life choices sooner.
No, the government's making their end-of-life choices, sir. The government is denying them things that become too costly.
Do you know that for a fact, or is it people saying, I give up because I've got...
How does the NHS run, sir? How does the NHS run?
The NHS runs on money, just like everything else.
Okay, it runs on government money. And then the government bureaucrats decide who gets what and how much of what. Therefore, if they've given up their liberty to the single-payer system and they get denied something, they're not getting denied something by cost. They are not getting denied something by private business. They are not getting denied something that is still in the research phase. The government is saying no. That's the government.
I have a feeling in Great Britain that it comes down to personal choice.
Okay,
people say,
sir, you're 100% wrong, and I'm sorry I'm letting you go. There's a huge, when somebody says, well, the private system does that here. Well, you can escape a private system because it's private. When the government says no, there's no escaping it because that's the government. I'm sorry, sir, you simply don't understand that. I don't care if you work in healthcare.